He is arguably the most anonymous Super Bowl MVP in NFL history, thanks to two quarterbacks on the other side of town. But he is also an Ole Miss alum. Eli Manning, are you watching college football on Thursday night? How much are you focusing on the start of that season?
Well, I'm excited for the college football season. Obviously, we're rooting hard for Ole Miss this year. I got to watch a little bit of college football last night and saw South Carolina win, and Mike Leach get back into coaching. But looking forward to this Saturday and watching my Rebs. And I know you're probably not allowed to root for certain teams, but the Rebels do play Texas in a few weeks, and I've heard rumors that you might be wearing a kind of a Texas orange shirt. So I think that's a little strange.
I love when the Danettes set you up with bad information. I'm not wearing a bird. Oh, are you watching the show, or did Fritzy tell you that?
I can't really reveal my information.
Okay. For the record, I am a Giants fan, and you know that. And I'm not wearing this burnt orange short because of your brother. So I think we're just so. It's not Tennessee orange. Okay. Yeah. The only reason I can think of that you would play in the fourth preseason game is that one of your top receivers hasn't been playing for a while. What's the chemistry like with you and Akeem Nicks right now?
Akeem, he's worked hard, and he's a smart guy, knows this offense very well, and we got some decent work during the spring before he got injured, but really the last 2 weeks he's been practicing, and he's full go. But it's nice to get some live action. That was kind of my really one of my only goals for that fourth preseason game. Obviously, you want to go out there and get some drives going and get a feel. But I want to get him a catch or get him used to playing back in the games and getting tackled and making reads. So I think it was good for him to get a few plays in there, and our timing should be good to go. We've been making some big plays in practice over the past few weeks, and he's right where he needs to be.
So there's no rust level at this point. You think he's good to go?
I think he's good to go. I think obviously there's stuff that he could get better and look at the film from the plays he was in and some of his routes that he's running, and kind of little reminders on things he has to do to get open and his technique. But I think that's always the case from each game. Is I try to find things I can work on and improve on from every game that I play.
New York Giants quarterback Eli Manning, Bonnie Bernstein on the Dan Patrick Show. Two noticeable names not on your offensive roster this year, of course, Mario Manningham, Brandon Jacobs. They're both out playing for the Niners now. Give me one thing you're happiest with your offense, and one area you feel at this point could still use a little bit of work.
Well, I'm happiest with our work ethic, the way we prepared, the way we've come out during the spring and during training camp with the mentality of we got to get a lot better. And guys like Victor Cruz have set the tempo for the receivers and the way they practice and the way they treat each practice like a game, and their intensity and the way they're running around full speed. That makes a big impact on the young players. When Ruben Randall's watching that, when Martellus Bennett, the new player, comes in and just sees the way that we compete at practice is important. So I think there's always going to be room for improvement. You see things in preseason. This fourth game wasn't our best. We had some mistakes, but I'd rather have those mistakes in the preseason, see those things, and make improvements this week. So when you get to this first game, everybody should be on the same page and should be ready to play our best. And in each game, there's going to be things you can improve on. Nothing's going to be perfect, but at least you eliminate some of the things that shouldn't be happening, and you try to make corrections from each game.
There aren't a lot of 6'4" running backs the size of a Brandon Jacobs in this league. Now, there's been a lot of talk about David Wilson, the rookie out of Virginia Tech, but who's the short yardage banger for this team this year, Eli?
I think we got to figure that out, and I think Ahmad is he runs hard, and he might not be 6'4", 265 pounds, but he brings a pretty powerful punch, and I think we saw David Wilson in the preseason. He runs hard, and he's not the tallest guy, but he gets a lot of speed and is built up pretty good, and he can deliver a punch. So A number of those guys can I think get the job done on third and short or goal line when we got to pound it in.
Cowboys obviously coming up week 1 next Wednesday night. We've seen it so many times, Eli, the Super Bowl hangover. Give me an argument for why your team will not suffer it.
Well, I think just our mentality that we got to be a better team than the 7-7 team that we were last year at one point. We know our potential. We saw the level of play that we played towards the end of the season when we won 6 straight games, and I think we've had the right kind of mindset. We've worked this offseason like we were 7-7, like we got tons of room of improvement, and we do. There's a lot of things that I need to improve on in my decision making and my level of play, and each player has taken that same attitude and taken it into this offseason to get better, and so. We're going to have a great week of preparation this week, getting ready for the Cowboys, and knowing that we got to play our best football if we expect to win. I like starting the season with a division rival, setting that intensity, setting that mentality, getting it right from week 1.
Eli Manning on the Dan Patrick Show. Get to see much of Peyton in the preseason?
I got to see a little bit, saw some highlights, and got to see a little bit of one game, but. Seems like he's playing well. Got to talk to him, and he feels good. And I was really just proud of him. Proud that first preseason game, and got to see a highlight of him kind of looking right and looking over the middle, then throwing a deep comeback all the way to the left. And that made me proud for how hard he's worked to get back to this situation, how he's dealt with everything. And just to see him back in uniform playing football, I know he's excited. I'm excited to watch him again this year.
He admittedly has a little bit of ways to go, but he's got former Colts teammates and Brandon Stokely and Jacob Tamme. The one thing that I was really surprised at, though, Eli, Jeff Saturday was his center and such an important part of that Colts team. Has Peyton talked at all about not having him to get the ball from?
No, I mean, he hadn't talked much about it. I think that's always an important thing and difficult being a quarterback. You get used to having that center, and there is a very it's a comfort zone, just knowing that ball is going to come back to the right spot and hit you right in the hands every time. That's something he worked hard during the off season, during the spring. Getting those snaps under every circumstance to make sure. Everything, where it needs to be. It's the last thing as a quarterback you want to be worrying about is, am I going to get this snap correctly? So, I had to deal with it last year having a new center with David Boss, but, no mishaps and worked hard and now we're, very comfortable and on the same page.
Well, I don't know how much you've aspired to wear fairy wings throughout your life, but in the DirecTV commercials, you and Dion look pretty good.
Well, I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun, doing that with Dion, and they were Peyton for a few days. I think the commercials turned out great, and obviously a great product. And DirecTV and the NFL Sunday Ticket, still the only place to get every game every Sunday. And whether you're just rooting for your favorite team or you're a fantasy football fanatic, you want to keep up with every player. It's the way to go, and now they have features where you can sync up your DirecTV to some of the popular fantasy football apps to track your team, and now you can take NFL Sunday Ticket on the road with you with the Max package and watch it live games right on your cell phone or laptop or tablet. So you can call 1-800-DirecTV or DirecTV.com to get check out the new NFL Sunday Ticket packages, and it's if you're a football fan, NFL fan, it's the only way to go.
Yes or no? Giants, Super Bowl, New Orleans, February.
I don't. We're working hard. That's all we can do. Are we doing the right steps to put us in a position to get there? And yes, we've taken the right steps. And that's all you can concern yourself with. We can't dictate everything that might happen during the course of a game, let alone a season. But all you can worry about is going through the process and the preparation to give yourself an opportunity to play at your highest level.
I'm going to read between the lines there and just go with a very humble yes. Good luck this season, Eli. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Bon. I appreciate it.
New York Giants Super Bowl MVP, Eli Manning.